has my story, and then she knows nothing else but that.
Correct.
And that's not to take away from what she's put in, because she could
No,
have not put anything in and just be like, I'm a flare, but she
she's
put
great.
work in. So I'm not
She's
saying
great. Yeah.
that, like,
Hmm.
at all. I'm just saying it's so polar opposite that they don't attract. And sometimes opposites do attract, but if you're so polar opposite,
It can
there's
be
just
very.
no attraction, period, because there's nothing, whatever. So that's how I feel about it, and I'm fine with it. And that's why I say, like, I'm not trying to pick on like the Miz or Maurice, but they just kind of pop in my head because they've done a lot of like mainstreamy kind of things that are more of like new-ish kind of vibes. You know what I mean?
But again, I think that's also a change of the times, right? When you were wrestling, that hadn't evolved, right? I don't think Total Divas even came out at that point,
Yeah.
right? So things just evolved. I mean, we just had Al Perez on, and his whole career was wrong time, wrong place. So sometimes you're just at the wrong time, right? If you just happen to be in that moment, God knows what could have happened with you. But we've got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about some celebrity deaths, some rock and roll deaths, a little rock and roll, and horror movies and everything else. But I have to ask you about this. So last night I put on SmackDown. I don't watch wrestling always on a regular basis, but I put it on, and Aleister Black and Selena Vega are now a thing, right? They're a married couple, but now they have this whole, you know, for lack of a better term, when I looked at it, I go, oh my God, this is Karrion Kross 2.0, right? With Scarlett. They're doing the exact same gimmick, right? And they got rid of, Cross and everything else. But then I start thinking about you, Shelly, and I'm like, you know what?
Hmm.
This isn't Karrion Kross 2.0.
Hmm.
This is Kevin Thorne and yourself. You guys are the originators of this. And I'm like, they are the OGs of this underworld, scary output. I don't even know how to explain it that well, but
The
and then
presentation.
I started getting mad for you,
Yeah.
Shelly, to be honest with you. I started getting pissed off. I'm like, you know what? There's nothing worse when someone is the originator of something and they're not getting the fucking street cred. Because at first, like I said, I was like, oh, this is Karrion Kross 2.0. Wait a minute. Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. I feel people don't realize, when I've talked about in the past, mine and Kevin's look was not the typical WWE look. Now, I know there
Oh
was a
no.
Brood before, but the Brood didn't look like that.
No.
Put that
What?
picture back up.
I'll
Brood
put it
didn't
up.
look like that.
Much
No.
Brood didn't
different
look like
present.
that.
Much different presentation. Horror has all sorts of different approaches, as we'll discuss later with the films and stuff. This was a different sort of horror approach from that for sure.
So it's interesting to me because I did a podcast or a show yeah, it's a podcast, Ring the Bell, and shout out to Ring the Bell. He DS over there features all the female wrestling stuff. So when I collaborate with him, I watch the women's matches of today. And it tripped me the F out because I don't watch either, to see so many girls have this like alternative or dark, crazy look.
Mm.
Like, because that just was not a thing. I was a oddity. Kevin was a oddity back in the day. And
Alexa
that's
Bliss.
exactly
Hmm.
oddity, oddity. And to be honest with you, treated like that too. I don't know about Kevin, but I was, for sure. I was treated because I wasn't blonde, and I wasn't like, because here's the thing. I kind of got treated, and then it made me treat myself for a long time like I was the fat one, which is ridiculous because
What?
not
What?
1%.
What? That's
What?
crazy.
I.
Crazy.
Yeah. I was treated
Wow.
like I was the fat one, that the one that's not skinny and not blonde. That's how I was treated, and I believed it. I started to believe it. And so we were just the complete opposite of the brand, and it was over
Yeah.
because that role needed to be filled, and we were meant to fill that role. And I think it's so cool because with Kevin having Mordecai, it's kind of like that was his precursor. And for me, my precursor was really working with Aaron and Beth in OVW. You put that Shelly character side by side with Ariel, it's the same damn thing, just a vampire now instead of with Aaron and Beth. So like we kind of had the same story in the sense of like we tapped into these characters already and then we created a whole new entity together. And like I mentioned on your guys' show before, there was times that we were very much at odds and I would talk crap to him in that ring. I would tell like I just think it's so hilarious because I'll see footage and I'm like, I remember that and just me when he like grabs me all hard and we're like all whatever, looking so sexual. And I'm like, fuck you, you asshole. You are an asshole. Fuck you. Good thing the microphones didn't get it. But the magic we had was we created this entity that no matter, even though I was pissed at him, it didn't affect the entity that Kevin and me created together. So fast forward, and I'm seeing all this stuff play out, and I think it's really awesome. I think it's cool that there's different looks being more accepted and pushed and getting the credit because that audience was always there. Hello, duh. You just weren't feeding them. There was always it was there. But then, much like you said, then I get mad. Then I get mad because I'm just like, that's cool. Especially when I see people like kissing these people's asses, these Ariel and Thorne's 0.2, 0.30, the kissing their asses and whatever, and then treated me and Kevin, the originators, like shit. Like that pisses me off. So then that goes to that. And then what pisses me off is people who change their attitude towards me, but are all about those people to where they kayfabe me, can't text me back, and I know you stay at my house, but oh, you're all kissing those people who you popped up's ass. That's cool. So then it goes even deeper. So I appreciate that you got mad for me because I also get mad in 3 different degrees.
Yeah.
How mad does it get you? Because as you talk about all of this stuff, the sad reality to me, as a fan, especially who grew up an ECW fan, you guys could have had the greatest thing in the world, but the way Vince was doing what he was doing to the original ECW brand, in my opinion, he destroyed it. He urinated on it, and that program presentation, my God, it wouldn't have mattered. As great as you guys could have been. Vince. As for the fans who built the ECW brand and loved it, that was not the ECW we wanted. Your thing could have very well worked, but not with Vince doing it.
Well, I think I have a tougher question because I was, Jimmy, you're right. But
It's a
here's
statement
the thing.
more than anything. I'm
At
just
that
curious
point,
if Shelly feels that way about it, because at the end of the day, I'd be pissed at Vince. But go ahead.
At that point, right? Vampires were a big thing, right? I think Twilight was out at that point. It was a smart move going that way. And I'm going to say this respectfully, Shelly, and again, you please disagree with me. I felt Kevin wasn't the right guy for the role.
Here's the thing. First, Pharaoh, I have to actually disagree with you.
Okay.
I feel if I didn't bury myself and get in trouble and we stayed.
Yeah.
Because Vince told me that I was like nothing they ever had before. And I was doing a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't hand out compliments like that at all.
No, he doesn't.
So I did not take it like he's just being all, or he didn't never creeped on me. He never tried to hook up with me. I don't know if I should take that as an insult or not. But he never tried.
Or it's a sigh of relief.
Oh yeah. Either way, so just for that, like pointed the like he wasn't coming on to be, oh, we've never had any, like he didn't. He like it was a very
Shelly, my statement wasn't about his faith in you. My statement was about what he had done to the ECW.
No, the ECW brand, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the network Sci-Fi in the contract, it said they had to have science fiction characters for them to do it. So that's why I came up. So I feel even if ECW died out, they would have, if I didn't get myself in trouble, kept
Mhm.
me and Kevin because of the Twilight thing. It was already working. Um, Vince was very happy with what I was doing. And it was against the grain of the original EC, even though it worked with the crowd, the ECW crowd, because that
Yeah.
ECW crowd, OGs, they
Yeah.
loved me and Kevin. But
Yeah.
still, it wasn't ECW. That's not ECW. So Vince's vision, his like his clouded vision of ECW or whatever his plan was with it, I was on the side of what he wanted versus keeping it OG. You see what I'm saying? So that's
Mhm.
why I feel we could have progressed. Now, Kevin, there could have been somebody in there that made it, let's say, original Brood member, Edge and I got paired together and they said he's a vampire now.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been on a whole other level. So I can
Yeah.
agree with that. But when I had watched stuff back with Kevin and I in the last few years, Kevin's good. He's good. He
It's aging well for you when you go back and watch it. I got you.
and I didn't realize that then.
Okay.
I didn't realize it then. And I understand that I made up, no disrespect to Kevin, most of the act. I understand that. That's why they put valets and managers with dudes, right? That's why they do it.
Yeah.
That's why they do it. Sorry to break it to you people out there,
Yep.
but when people see that someone needs someone to help them get to where they need to be, that's why you have managers and valets, especially if that person doesn't speak on the mic and things like that. That's why. And I'd like to mention my little action figure has me holding a little microphone.
There you go.
So I could see that. I could see that someone else could have elevated to something else, but dude, that wasn't our journey. Our journey was what we did. And I'm really proud and grateful for the things that we did. And it took me a long time to realize how special it truly was because I was so bitter for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when I was in it, because I was mad at Kevin so much at the time, I wasn't appreciating him, you know? I was, now that I think of it, maybe I don't wanna say maybe, okay, let's be real, okay, maybe real, hold on, let me take a drink.
Yeah. Take a shot.
A shot.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
a bourbon.
I've never thought of it this way, and so this is the first time I'm even thinking this and saying this. Maybe part of Kevin's problem with me was I knew I was running that act, so I really didn't care about Kevin. So that's why I was over there going, "Fuck you, you asshole, blah, blah, blah." Even though I had reason to, because he was hurting my feelings backstage, not making me feel seen and heard. I didn't feel he had my back. I felt like at times he didn't even want to work with me. But then there was times, guys, where I remember my license was suspended because of unpaid parking tickets. And so I couldn't rent a car. And I was kind of like orphaned on the road. And Kevin, he's like at this point, I'm pretty sure he was already married because he's been with his wife. He dated her for a long time before they got married. Shout out to Katie. And so he was a married man. And then you guys remember Monty Brown? He was
No,
part
I
he
don't.
was
I
no.
don't remember
Not ringing
Monte
a
Brown.
bell.
He
Not
was part
ringing a
of the
bell.
new breed with us.
Okay.
Okay.
We were traveling and they let me travel with them. And so then there was moments like that where like Kevin did have my back when when it was at the end of the day. So I just wanted to say that. But as far as how I handled myself, oh my gosh, you guys, right here on your show, I'm realizing I'm sure not just Kevin realized that. I'm sure other people were like, "Oh, she's just walking around." But I wanted us to be cohesive. That's the thing. That was my problem. I wanted us to be cohesive, not because we had to be BFF, but because we could make some good money together.
Right.
Some good money together. And Kevin never tried to sleep with me. He never creeped on me. The times we were getting along, which was a lot of times too. I wasn't always not getting along. That's why I say we're like brother and sister. he gave me good advice. He kept it real. He was very straight shooter. You guys know I like that. So, like, maybe brand wise, yeah, there could have been another guy and we couldn't take it to another level. But behind the scenes, like, I needed Kevin. Oh my gosh, I'm just realizing that right
Wow.
now. Holy shit.
An
I
epiphany.
needed Kevin. Holy shit.
Mm.
I needed Kevin. I needed him. And that's why, let's go deep. That's why I needed him to have my back when Batista got in my face. And I really wish that he would have had my back more. But it's okay. It's okay.
Well, the one thing though, Shelly, if you think about it though, you and Kevin should be proud because you guys are the ones that got this stuff rolling. You're the ones. And you know what? No one can ever take that away from you regardless, right? You are the ones. So
But it's really annoying in a sense because, like, I've always been that girl and I don't know why. Like, I'm not trying to put myself over. I'm just being real and I'm tipsy. I have always been that girl, like, all of a sudden, oh, now this girl's over here dressing like me and like copying me. And then enter the content creating era. When I was at the beginning stages of it in the early 2000s, when I was really trying to hustle with it after, or, you know, my wrestling and during my wrestling and everything, these content creators would steal my shit. And then they, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I'm always seeing people stealing my shit. And it's like, it sucks because, like, I get it. At the end of the day, I'm at peace with it because I wouldn't change anything in my life, as we talked about when I was on your show before. If anything, take me off course of sitting right here, right now with you guys. I don't want it. But sometimes it's just a little draining when it's like, man, seeing people bank off of copying my shit and then not even being nice to me. I'm not even saying give me credit. Just be nice to me, bitch. Just be nice to me.
right.
Gosh. Like,
Listen, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And listen, again, Jimmy and myself, I'll be straight up honest. Jimmy knows I'm fucking pissed, right? It's like we are a slow crawl in this whole thing. Meanwhile, I see these other fucking shows doing this shit. I'm like, what is going on here? These talentless goons on air, they're talentless. And it's like it drives me crazy. I'm sorry.
and here's the thing. I get shy about talking about this stuff publicly because I'm just like, it's not that I like worried about what people think per se. It's more of the energy behind it. Like, I just don't want to deal with a bunch of people throwing some negative ass energy to me because they think like I'm saying things because I'm thirsty. Oh, and who are you? What's your name? And this and that and the other. And it's like, and it makes me mad because it's like, this is where it makes it extra salty. Is I see, okay, I'm real old school, and I talked about this on your guys' show before. I was brought up in this business old school, right? So I see a bunch of these old school dudes in wrestling telling their stories, sharing like with no filter, because that's part of paying for the business. So here I am trying to do that, but because I'm a woman saying things, I get looked at, oh, she's just trying to get attention. And who are you? You're just mad because this, and this. And then it's just like, again, it's not that like I'm over here like like caring what people think. It's just exhausting feeling people's energy of like the resistance that they throw at me and the vibes that go with it. It's just like too much. And that's why I get shy about it, or I would say reserved about it, is because it's like every time I open my mouth about stuff and how I feel, my experience, it's just like this whole big backlash. And I'm just like, if I was a dude saying this, I'd be treated completely different. And it pisses me off. A dude or someone currently on TV. And it's like, why? Why do I have to be a guy or someone currently on TV to be valid? I've been there. I'm talking from experience still. And I'm sharing my personal time to share with the masses my thoughts because of experience and being there. and then getting the backlash of, "And who are you? Oh, you're just bitter. Oh, da 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 da." And I'm just like, "Ugh, okay, fine. Never mind."
I don't know, man. I think to myself, first of all, you never change people anyway. They're never going to change their mind. Jimmy and I speak about that all the time. And then number two, it's like, this is your reality, right? Everybody's got their reality. And, it's like, this is how you see it, and I don't know. This whole planet's upside down. All right. We're going to, couple things I want to cover, Jimmy.
Yeah.
500 level has now improved on the M&P code. Now go to MP30 for 30% off. Jimmy, I got to tell you something, right? I was at the beach again, 500 level. If you guys haven't looked at the shirts, right, go to the website. It's incredible. And I got to be honest, right? So it was a little chilly today. I brought the dogs to the beach. I was off work for the Jewish holidays,
today.
right?
It's cold.
It wasn't cold,
Yeah.
but I have from 500 level, I have a Roman Reigns sweatshirt. Now, usually sweatshirts are not always the nicest fabric, unless I'm into really nice fabric because I just don't like things up against my skin. So usually I'll get thinner type of shirts, but this is a heavy sweatshirt. The fabric, unbelievable. And you're going to get a deal at 30% off, Jimmy. I mean, my God, it's a no-brainer, guys. I am telling you, once you get one shirt from them, you'll get 50. I guarantee it. And they've got all the sports. Yeah, dude, tell me what you think of it, Jimmy.
They're so comfortable. I got to get a long sleeve now. I'm telling you, I got to, because it was chilly today, especially for a guy who's been in Panama City Beach the last 2 years. It was chilly today, and I love the material. It's so silky. Is that the right word for it? I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, dude.
It's so comfortable. So, yeah, I got to get myself some leveled long sleeves. That's for sure. 30%.
And again,
off.
it doesn't, they got plenty of wrestling stuff. They got baseball stuff. They've got football. They got everything, dude. MMA. They got it all, man. And I'm telling you, it's very high quality. Again, 500 level code MP30, 30% off. So if a t-shirt costs you $20, what's 30% off on $20, dude?
It's enough. 10 plus another 20% tacked on top. Not much. It's a steal. It's a steal.
I agree. I want to remind everybody too, the Monte and the Pharaoh show, hit the QR code, be willing to check out our shows on YouTube, where we got almost 24,000 subscribers. Go to our Facebook page where we're approaching 27,000 subscribers. And again, if you feel like donating to the show, please go to the Monte and the Pharaoh webpage, hit donate. Helps us bring in more guests. Trying to entertain Jim. We've got the big event coming up, so a lot of good stuff happening right now.